Okay, we're at the northwest corner of the structure. We got some bushes touching it here. We got some shrinkage cracks here on the corner. This is a slab foundation, post-tension slab foundation. The rain gutters do not divert water far enough away. A tree should not be, and I get it, it's a little crepe myrtle, it's ornamental, I get it. Tree should not be closer than 25 feet to the structure. My guess is that's the main water shutoff valve to the house, but that irrigation box is full of dirt. Wood mulch next to the house is conducive to wood destroying insects. Across the front of the house, the west side of the house, we're seeing a lot of course it's the west exposure. Nobody's going to blame anybody for this, but we've got some solar screens. We got a little bit of wood damage coming down here and here. We got some separation between the vertical and the brickwork upstairs and downstairs. Again, the moisture has been wicking up off of the brick and into the woodwork. See how soft that is? We'll look at the lawn sprinkler systems in a little bit. Trees too close again. Wood mulch, we already talked about that. This receptacle outlet, for the time being, is not working. Inoperable. And it might be because it says that it's GFCI protected. We do not have a protective cover over this thing, like a bubble cover. They're called in-use covers is the technical word for it. And that way you can plug your Christmas lights in and then close the cover. The way it is now, you'd open it up, plug your Christmas lights in, and the water would follow back. On your electric sconces, on your front luminaries, all your luminaries, anything mounted on the wall should be sealed on 3 sides. And coming on along, I'm not sure what this roof covering type is over here, but right over the front, but we will find out. But we got a little bit of wood rot right up in there. Moving on along, because we're moving and grooving. These have all been sealed up. We got, again, wood rot, cracking and peeling paint. Right there, that architecture detail, for lack of a better description, we're going to call that a cornice. So we got a little bit of cracking and peeling paint and wood rot on the cornice right up in there. Moving on, we're coming out. Some of our rain gutters do not divert water far enough away from the structure, as this one does not. We got another shrinkage crack on this corner right here. Some people call them corner pops, you know. That holds the brick up, but it's also conducive to wood destroying insects. The Texas Structural Pest Control Board is going to require that I call that out as a deficiency, because termites can go into your structure undetected. Speaking of termites and stuff like that, this tree over here, it's got acrobat ants in it. There's nothing wrong with acrobat ants, so you don't want them in our house, but there's acrobat ants outside. I mean, that's okay. But I also saw one, at least one, it could be a forager, but I did see a carpenter ant over here in this tree. It's not next to the house, so it's kind of outside the scope of a termite inspection. Now, how the tree's touching the roof, that's not outside the scope. They're not supposed to do that. So, kind of moving on along. Can I sneak back through here? I might be able to. Not comfortably. Go around if you're too far behind me. Otherwise, you gotta play Tarzan. We don't have a gate into the backyard. So, to go continuously, I'm going to go down the fence line. This is an automatic gate. Was an automatic gate. There's really no way to fasten this gate today. I just pushed it open. The automatic gate is missing its chain. It's missing its chain. So it rolled easily enough. We've got 3 condensing units out here. This is a mini split. This is for the garage. This one's for the upstairs. This one's for the downstairs. This one's 5 ton. This one's 4 ton. That's 1.5 tons. These units use 410A refrigerant, which is obsolete. The disconnect boxes should be sealed on 3 sides. I have not opened those up yet. The electric meter, it should be sealed on 3 sides. Oh, probably looks better. Okay. Electric meter should be sealed on 3 sides, and it should have a slide on the power supply conduit. And we should have on the exterior wall a main disconnect for the inside of the house. We only have 1 grounding rod. Today we need 2. That disconnect should be, and that disconnect should not be behind the condensing unit. So coming on along here, this animal I don't know too much about. I know that it should be sealed. I know that I haven't opened up. It had to be a sub panel. I go that far, and I might go this far. Feeling generous, but this is what I know. I'm not inspecting the emergency power generator, but what we're looking at right there is the gas piping going to it, and see how rusty it is. It should have been painted, all right, so that it doesn't rust like that. And we should have a sediment trap or a drip leg on that where it makes the 90 degree, so that any impurities in the gas supply, any impurities like that, then they will fall into the trap and they won't get caught up in your jets. Because the only time you're going to use this is an emergency application. And this is probably the last time you'll. Pretty bad timing having your jets cleared up like that. See, clogged up like that. So moving on along. Oh, I was wondering where you were. Okay, we got a main sewer clean out. Now this is kind of an unusual location for a main sewer clean out. I don't know what the whole story for that is, and it's not a double clean out. I did not see a double clean out in the front flower bed, but if it happens, I'll change it'll be on the report. So coming along here, a lot of our windows, most of our windows are fogging. Okay, our seals are broken. We do not lose any efficiency or security from that. They're ugly. Texas Real Estate Commission says that the seal is broken. It is a deficiency. We've got, a lot of wood rot. It's been painted over around these bay, not just these bay windows. We've been talking about it since I started doing this. Here's another clean out, but that's not the kind of clean out I was looking for. Okay, these wall clean outs, they don't really you'll use them in some instances, hopefully never. But that's, as far as what I'm looking for in a clean out, that's not what I'm hunting for. Now over here you will see our lawn sprinkler head. It's closer to the house than 5 inches. These heads should not be closer to the structure than 5 inches. They should not be closer to the flat work. That is hipster lingo for sidewalks, driveways, walkways, than 5 inches. So that one's a little too close. Over here, I got some on both sides, so I'm looking for 2 water heaters. But this piping is too close to the ground. Okay, the temperature, pressure relief, actually one's too close and one's too far from the ground. They're both too close to the ground. Okay, the one that's for the water heater, it's supposed to be between 3 and 6 inches from the ground. The one for the safety pan, let's just pretend this is a safety pan, it's supposed to be between 6 and 24 inches to the ground. It can be higher, should be higher, so they could both be 6 inches, by the way, and that would work, but as it is, they're both too close to the ground. We can tell we got some cracking in our soil with all the rain that we've had, but obviously they haven't been doing much in the way of lawn sprinklers stuff going on. And again, trees too close to the house, This is beyond the scope of this inspection, but since I'm here, see these caps? Okay, we don't have caps here. So where does the rain go? Oh, it goes down there. Oh, it goes down there. What does it do? It stops down here. It stops down there. What does it do then? Then it rusts out the base of your pipe. So we should have caps on there to keep the water from coming down and accumulating and then rusting out our pipes prematurely. Over here I see a couple signs of some hail damage. There's hail damage on the fins here. And I thought I saw on the other side of the house, anyway, I saw some hail damage on some of the rain gutter that I remember. We're repeating ourselves here.
Yeah, I was going to mention
What's your step on that?
have to head back to work.
Okay.
Appreciate the tip and tag a lot.
No problem.